Welcome back to the second hour of 8 Bits. I'm djWHEAT, joined, as always, by our hosts, itmeJP and Green Speak. We talked about what we've been playing, and now it's time to maybe discuss a little bit about what's been going on in the news. And, you know, we got a little bit of time. Maybe we'll... I don't think we've ever actually opened the phones with Jeff on before.
No.
We haven't.
We should do that.
Scary.
Maybe we should. Is there any pressing news things, you know?
I mean, I think the elephant in the room here is everything that's been going on with a lot of the indie devs recently. But honestly, like, I think it's an incredibly depressing story, and I really don't want to talk about it too much.
I don't want to talk about it either.
Let's just make that clear. Like, if you want to call in and talk about that, we really don't have anything to say. At least I don't. I don't know if you guys do, but
I don't either. I think it's a horrible situation. The invasion of people's personal lives and the wanton destruction that people are gleefully doing is just it's awful. So that's all I have to say, actually.
It's, the only statement I'll make is that we're definitely seeing a great display of just how shitty humans can actually be. And that's unfortunate because we see that all the time. It just so happens that it's here in gaming, you know?
Yep.
And I think
I would appreciate no questions on that. That would be great.
I think...
None of our business.
There we go. What else?
You know, the thing that news-wise this week, I don't even know if it's news, but the Destiny launch trailer came out. Guys, I'm really hyped for this game.
God, I haven't watched it. I am so excited, like, about the lack of shit for me in Destiny.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, because I'm hyped for the game, but I have no. I don't need to watch this. Like I'm already in, but I'm like happy that I know virtually fucking nothing about this game.
Well, fucking Bungie, man. They know the words, right? They know the words to speak to fucking nerds like me. Like their tagline for this game is "Become Legend." Like that is a fucking sick tagline for your video game. Is become legend, and that's what that's about, right? It's about having a character and making that character be a fucking badass, and that's probably what the game is going to be. Is exactly that. So I can't wait for that game. I'm probably going to play it I'll probably do a 24-hour stream for it. Super hyped. My brother's going to jump in. I know he's really hyped for it as well. And it should be a shit ton of fun because I had so much fun in the beta with it, and it was locked at like level 7 or something like that.
Right, it was 8.
8, yeah, there you go.
It was 8, not 7.
I'm sorry, JP. I'm sorry.
Get your facts right. I thought you were a professional.
Yeah. Game looks awesome. There was a dragon in the trailer. I'm sold. Like that looks. I hope I can kill that thing. And it looks like it's going to be a really, really fun time. I can't wait. But apart from that, there wasn't really any big news. This week, except for
I mean, coming off of Gamescom, there was a couple things. Even some folks on Twitter were like, "Hey, I know you guys aren't interested in this game, but I think that it's definitely worth talking." And I think it goes to show how hard these types of games are to make. You've talked about WildStar here on the show before, JP, but during Gamescom. While traditionally a game about announcements, well, there was one for WildStar, although it wasn't one necessarily that the players wanted to hear, and it was pretty much that they are abandoning their monthly update pace that they were shooting for. I didn't go into details to find out if it was specifically because of like what that's taking, and maybe they're not putting out the best product that they could. But yeah, they announced that they would be abandoning its monthly pace in favor of major drops every few months. And they did say our idea was originally have a very aggressive post-launch schedule, just constantly provide stuff. Now that we put out 2 of our updates, our schedule is still planned out. We decided to work on the upcoming patch until it's really good quality state. So
interesting,
but I mean, it's just one of these interesting philosophies that can be discussed when it comes to gaming because, yeah, that probably sold people on buying like, hey, they're going to do monthly updates. Like for me, that's important. I need to be getting new updates. I'm a hardcore player. But when you can't deliver, then you did a lot more damage than I think you would have done if you just said, we have a few ideas. We would like to have an aggressive schedule. We can't really commit to say something like a month, but if we could hit that, that'd be amazing. I mean, certainly the work ethic and philosophy of these deadlines and schedules play into the quality of the content as well. But what do you guys think? You go in, you've got a big plans for something like this, an MMO like this, and then 2-3 months in, you've got to abandon something that you played, as a major feature.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to overpromise, right? And you're really risking a backlash if you do that and you don't deliver. If I was advising, I would just say, like, be really careful before you put that shit out there. I mean, under promise and then make people happy when you start doing, your
more.
Right. I mean, this could have been spun in a totally different way. People could have been psyched to get 3 updates a year if they, I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one. Saying you're gonna have a monthly new update, that's a lot to promise. Given that, every time there is an update, as we all know in anything, there's always like problems to fix as a result of that.
Right.
I mean, there's constant maintenance. There's other things going on in online games that need dealing with. So the idea that you're just going to be constantly pumping out new content, is really hard to imagine.
Especially when no one's truly done that properly.
Well, right.
You have to have a pretty fucking big studio to do. I mean, even I guess EA is the publisher of Star Wars or SW Tour, whatever the fuck their MMO is called, right?
They were. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, even with like a company like that behind it, they still don't update it monthly. It's an impossible task, as far as I know.
Well, look at WoW. I mean, WoW doesn't either.
That's true. It's just really hard to do it. I think one of the problem that I had with WildStar, I didn't hit cap in it. It was because the leveling was just so like simple. It was just like a quest grind, and the quest got old after a while. Granted, maybe I wasn't playing with people, and that's kind of what I should have been doing. But I'm starting to wonder too, like where I want to. They haven't said anything publicly on their numbers, right? I wonder if they're in decline.
I mean, come on. I think the reality is they've got to be, especially with the new WoW expansion and things like this just not living up. Like, you're going to have your hardcore. They just want a home to have an MMO. But,
sure.
I mean, actually, let me throw out the other piece of news that was MMO related that I thought was really interesting, because I know that there's a hardcore group that played this game, but NCSoft's City of Heroes, apparently the fan base as a collective approached NCSoft and says, yo, let us just buy the game off you. If you're not going to support the game anymore, let us buy.
They shut down those servers a while back, yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
And so apparently when everyone, I would expect them to be like, yeah, good luck, guys. There's been updates where they've talked to NCSoft. They said, yes, this could happen. And they're going to try to make it happen. Like, I want to see what happens when the first
awesome.
fan-run MMO,
That'd be pretty cool, man. That game was actually it was a lot of fun. City of Heroes and City of Villains. I've played that a lot. I had friends that had no interest in any other MMO, and City of Heroes was the one that my brother, for example, was the one that got them hooked.
Yeah,
because it was one of the first games to have like a super in-depth character customization. Where you actually
God, that was the funnest part about that game.
Yeah, you got to build really fucking cool-looking things and really cool-looking heroes. Or villains as well. Like, I remember when that stuff came out in beta, that was the first thing that my brother did, was create characters for hours upon hours upon hours. That's not my cup of tea, but for him, it was the best thing in the world. So that'd be really cool if fans got to run that, especially because it's not online anymore. And I think that's kind of suck. That definitely sucks. So hopefully that comes to fruition. I'd be excited.
Yeah, that's cool news. That was an awesome game. I don't think I'm misremembering this, that it predated WoW, right? I think it did.
If it did, it came out right around the same time.
Am I wrong?
No.
Maybe they're.
Let me bring up the wiki.
Fact check that. Because I sort of remember feeling like
April 27, 2004. So
right around the same.
And WoW came out in 2004.
Yeah.
WoW came out and didn't it come out in like September? God, maybe it did.
Let's see. Oh God, World of Warcraft wiki is not going to be.
It
easy
did.
to find.
No, I definitely. Because I'm pretty sure I played my first 3 months.
Came out November 23rd, 2004
Yeah,
in North
yeah.
America, and City of Heroes was April.
Okay, so it came out first, right? I thought so.
You're right.
I win.
You win.
But
You're
anyway,
old.
the point. I'm old. That's what you get. Listen to your elders.
That was a good game.
But so I didn't misremember that, and what I remember was like City of Heroes when it came out was the shit, right? Like everyone was playing that, and it seemed like it was going to be the shit, and then WoW, of course, ate everybody's
WoW
lunch.
just shit on everyone. Yeah.
Right.
I think what happened was, City of Heroes came out. I played it for like a month, and then the WoW beta hit, and I was just gone forever. Like I never returned to that game.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I think my friends continued playing because they didn't get into the beta and they got to the end game stuff.
I have to look for Star Wars.
Oh, somebody also pointed out that EverQuest 2 came out around the same time.
Yeah.
And I remember Sony was just like, haha, like, Blizzard's making an MMO. They're going to try to go up against us. And we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's really weird if you read the oldest coverage of WoW before it came out. You'll see articles that are like, well, Blizzard's made some really good games, but man, MMOs are something totally different. Don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
Man, I remember the first screenshot I ever saw of World of Warcraft was a dwarf picking berries. And I was like...
This is the dumbest shit ever.
So JP, the funny thing is that I played DAOC, Ultima Online, Star Wars Galaxies for crafting more than I did. The combat was like the cherry on top. So for me, I was like, holy fuck. I'm going to get to gather berries. This looks awesome. But then it was, obviously not quite the crafting game that I thought it would be. But I will never forget that screenshot. It's like in my head indefinitely. Some poor bush.
For me, it was watching the WoW, the first cinematic that they released for World of Warcraft, the one where it's got like the dwarf hunter who's like got his bear and they're like in the wilderness, and then it has like the night elf female running through the forest and turning into the druid. Like I watched that probably 1,000 times, getting more and more excited for World of Warcraft coming out. Because I played Dark Age of Camelot religiously for like 2 or 3 years. I was super, super into that game. And then WoW came out, and I kind of just like lost 6 or 7 years of my life.
Me too.
It was all gone. But
the only reason that I don't play still is I just worry it's just like a drug addiction or something.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like I don't want to. I feel like if I get back in, I'll go all in. I won't know how to casually play WoW.
I don't know how you casually play WoW either. I'm the guy that has every class at 85 or higher, has every profession maxed out. If I start playing again, I'm going to be the guy that's like making sure that I've used every timer for every profession and I've done every daily on every character so that I can progress faster than other people because I do have so many characters. Like, it's bad.
It was such a great world to get lost in. It really it felt fun to be in there. It just looked awesome. There was so much to do. In general, the community was cool. You were mostly playing with cool people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was great.
It was great. And I'm sure I'm going to be doing it all over again at least for a little while, when WOD launches. So yeah.
Well, so anyway, that's exciting news about City of Heroes. That's really cool. That's a nice feel-good story there.
It is,
kind
right?
Of shitty
it's
week.
Pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Good luck to those folks.
Definitely.
Trying to make that happen. So you know what? I'm never going to be able to find these. I thought it'd be so easy to find original WoW screenshots, and holy shit.
The game has changed so much.
It has changed so much. What's coming up a lot is actually, I think, people's add-ons, right? Beta add-ons or alpha add-ons, right? So,
I think I know the answer to this, but do either of you actually? Maybe you have a secret. Do you actually play Madden at all? Do you care about the Madden series?
Not really.
No. We've got NFL 15 launching on Tuesday, but no one that I know is actually excited for that at all.
I think the Madden crowd is separate from our crowd.
Yeah.
There's some overlap. But I think there's a lot of people who play Madden and don't actually play games in general. They play Madden. But I'm sure it goes the other way.
Yeah, I know there's probably a lot of people excited, like all the GameStops across the world.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's true.
Instant money maker. It's just kind of crazy.
When is The Crew coming out? Oh, that doesn't come out till November. Okay, never mind. I thought that was coming out in September and was like, well, that's getting crushed by Destiny. I think there's some other game that comes out the same day as Destiny. It is just going to get fucked so hard in sales.
What game?
I'm looking up right now. Hold on. There's only 2 other games that come out, and
that's really not a good idea.
Oh! It's Fable Anniversary.
Oh dear.
Fable Anniversary comes out the 12th. Destiny on the 9th. So Fable Anniversary for the PC will just be forgotten about.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Another footnote in history.
Yeah. The other game was NHL 15, which comes out on the 6th. Yeah.
That's a different crowd.
It's already got its audience, right? So.
You know,
maybe they're putting it out on purpose. Say what?
I'm gonna open up the phone lines.
There's really not that much other news.
No, and I mean we can. I put the information up there. You can just dial us 909-581-8509 or Skype me at djWHEAT.
Are we taking are we doing love advice? Is that what we do on this?
Anything. We just let people, usually people just have you tried this game? Or, would you be willing to try this out? Or what do you think about this? So, we can.
But if they do have questions and they need advice on their love life, we will also answer
That's
those.
Why you're here, Jeff.
Yes.
All right. I figured.
Yes, of course.
Love Master Jeff Green.
I am the doctor of love.
Yep.
And we already do.
Title of his WoW character.
I have a PhD in love.
We already have a first caller, so let's take it. We got area code 805. Welcome to the show. What's up? Hello.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was just hugging my headset. I kind of wanted to go back to the CS:GO topic. I think one of the reasons why they're doing so well is actually the matchmaking system, because you start out and you're not doing so well. I started out Silver 4, and because they have people that are better than you in your match, it goes you can see how to do better. It's not like LoL or any of the other competitive ranking stuff where it's just you and a bunch of the same skill level people. You usually have a person that's a skill level higher than you, and you can see how you can improve your own game. And people, I think, are really responding to that, and they see themselves getting better. And then you get that rank up, and it's like, wow, I actually made a difference in my game. It's not just you're just stuck in Gold League.
Right. No, I mean, actually, I agree with you 100% because this hits close to home for me because, I always thought that Quake Live could be a little bit bigger if it had some sort of proper matchmaking. But the problem is that it's the fucking Wild West, man. You hop in and it's like, hey, we're going to calculate how good you are. Bullshit. It's not doing anything behind the scenes. It's like, you played about as much as this guy. Why don't you guys play? And you just can't, you can't do that. And I mean, I do appreciate, it's difficult to create a matchmaking system where you're not like, why am I getting screwed over constantly? I even feel that way sometimes in Dota even, but those are all unranked games. You're right, in the competitive aspect, unless I'm playing with people who are obviously higher level with me, I feel like you always get a really good experience. And that is important for keep on wanting to come back and play. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get a good gameplay experience, not necessarily a good personal experience.
Mm-hmm. I find that the case in really any game that I play. League of Legends, Hearthstone even. I mean, often it feels like, if I want to be petty or whatever, this matchup is bullshit. But usually I end up learning. It sucks sometimes, but
Real quick question, caller. Have you spent any money on keys? Does that interest you?
Yeah, I've spent too much money on keys and buying skins that I don't want to go through 50 keys to get a $15 skin. Might as well just buy the skin for $15. It's I do like the whole the skin service and putting stickers and naming your gun and stuff like that. I like RPGs because I can customize my character to a certain extent. within the constraints of the customization system, and being able to like differentiate myself from someone else. Like my M4A4 silenced Orion, it looks different than other people's because I have 4 Sneaky Beaky stickers on it, and I named it Sneaky Beaky. Like no one else really has that.
Right, and then but the beauty of it is that customization extends to anyone you're playing with, because if I kill you and I pick up your gun, I'm like, oh, hey, this is this is sweet. It just like that's something you don't get in a whole lot of other games.
Yeah, it's like, dang, you got a sweet looking gun here. You got like a Stat Track Factor new Vulcan AK that's a $300 gun right there, and you're just like murking people. You got like 700 kills on it. It's like, damn.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for your call, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care. It is a good point. I do think matchmaking is important because I've seen too many games kind of because of lack of matchmaking. All right, we got another. Oh, no, he just called up. Let's see. We actually had a question that was messaged in that I could read. So this question is. Thousands bought EA access to get early access 5 days early to Madden 15, and all they got was 6 hours of gameplay. The old model of season ticket was 3 days early, but no timer. Thoughts? I actually didn't even know about that.
I didn't either. That's really weird.
So you get 5 days early, but all you really get is 6 days of gameplay?
6 hours.
Or 6 hours, I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 hours?
What?
Well, maybe I'll just have Coltrane call in. I'm going to take this other caller right now. We got area code 618. Hello, welcome to 8-Bits.
Oh, I got in. Hello. How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing well. I was curious if any of you guys have played the online game Warframes.
Very briefly.
Briefly, yeah.
Because JP was talking about how much he liked killing stuff, and the game's pretty much all about that. And I really enjoyed the leveling system and, how much you can do. So I was just curious if any of you guys have played that.
Yeah, I downloaded it. It seems cool. I mean, I know it's free to play.
Yeah.
What I played, I was digging. It looked great too.
It looks really like they nailed that sci-fi look to it, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So I have a question, caller, because like from what I've heard, and I do hear a lot of people enjoying this game, but I mean, without actually putting money into it, the game becomes somewhat grindy, right?
Yeah, that is true, but I actually personally have not put a single dollar into the game, and I mean, you can accomplish the same things. It just takes longer. Yeah, it is grindy.
Okay, so but that I guess that was the point I was getting at. Do you get to the point in Warframe where you really have to either decide I'm putting money into it or, I'm just not playing anymore? But it sounds like you can keep going.
No, yeah, definitely. It's great.
Well, I know a lot of people who have PS4s have been playing the hell out of this just because it's free to play and it's, something that looks good and plays good on the PS4. But I haven't.
And one of the greatest things I think about it is things that you find you can actually sell to other players for the currency that you pay money for. So basically, if you find the right things, you can accomplish the same thing without using money.
So they have like a marketplace.
Yeah, it's like a little trading channel that you can, trade with other people, rare mods and things like that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for the heads up on Warframe.
Yep, thanks.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I know Mike B plays this game or has played this game a lot. I think he has a YouTube series on it. I've always been interested from afar, but I think it's one of those games where you have to have people to play with, and I'm kind of a solo
MMO I think there's some missions that get pretty difficult if you're not doing it with, similar to Payday in a way, right? You're just not going to do some missions if you're by yourself. Like the AI is not going to cut it or whatever. Yeah. I've got a buddy who watches a stream once in a while, Lunsky. I watch him stream it, and it looks fucking badass. Like you said, they nailed the sort of look of everything, but I think it has a lot of the same stuff that Payday has for me, where it's fun game, but I'm never going to invest 20, 30 hours into this game.
Sure. Someone found the WoW image of the dwarf picking berries. By the
Oh
way,
yeah, look at that.
Oh shit!
it's even in 4:3 because widescreen monitors weren't.
Didn't
very,
even, oh my
crazy.
God!
Look at
There
that.
it is. Oh
they
my
weren't very
God!
profound back there. TGM
was-
found
Wow.
that, by the way.
Thanks, TGM. That was the first shot I ever saw
Wow.
of WoW, and I'm like, I'm picking some fucking berries, bitches. Oh my God! Look at that, man! I cannot wait for another 20 years and we go back and look at the games that we were playing. Like,
And WoW still coming out with another expansion in the same year.
right,
Yeah.
right.
They're gonna keep making those. I mean, EverQuest announced their 21st expansion
Insane.
last week.
Yeah, that's-
which is actually insane.
That is pretty wild.
Fucking ridiculous.
Pretty wild.
People still play that game, man.
I feel sorry for my dwarf paladin in there because he's still in there waiting for me.
In EverQuest?
All these years later, yeah, sitting on some hill somewhere. I logged out and never went back.
Is that what happens when the MMO avatars
Yeah,
played?
he's still there. I'm sure.
Someone should make a
waiting
movie.
for me. All the lost avatars.
Yeah, this is what
They
happens.
get together, take over the game.
Yep.
The first
Okay.
MMO AI. I like that idea. That's a good idea.
Yep. I'm into it. That's actually the next anime. The next big anime is going to be that. What happens to MMO avatars when they're forgotten?
That's right. It could be Sword Art Online.
Yeah, it's the
3
next.
for
It's
sure.
next season 3 of Sword Art Online. There you go.
Coltrane, if you do want to call in to maybe explain the EA thing, let me know. We're going to take our next call here from Sam. Hello, Sam. Welcome to 8-Bits. What's up?
Hey, hi. Yeah, I'm just thinking about back when we talked about Telltale games and how they can take an IP and basically just like research it and bring it to a level that is akin to the fans finding. I was wondering, like, what would be an IP that you'd like to see them tackle?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
So the question for anyone that might have missed it is basically if Telltale, that we commented how they kind of take IPs and they give them their own style and they really treat them well. So what IPs would we love to see in the hands of Telltale? Anyone have any ideas? We got to chew on that one a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great question. How about
I'll
Breaking
throw out
Bad? Breaking Bad.
There you go. That'd be pretty
I
good.
was thinking like True Detective, maybe that would be quite good.
Oh,
True
see, now,
Detective.
I haven't.
There's a good one.
I have still not watched all of season 1 of True Detective, but
Wheat.
based off, I know I've got
What?
it. I'm ready.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm ready.
Guys, we'll see you
I
next week.
started
We're done.
watching 6 Feet Under. That's what happened, man.
Oh, well, that's a great
God,
show. But
I know.
still, Firefly, the chat is saying. Yeah, that's an obvious one.
Firefly would be perfect. They already
That's
did
actually
Jurassic
perfect.
Park, and it was not that good. I'm actually
those
going to
kinda
look
things.
back on my comic.
Battlestar Galactica, that's another good one.
There's all sorts
That'd be
of-
pretty good. They haven't really done a
Oh,
sci-fi
yes,
one.
yes. Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, Punisher, and it has to be those two. It has,
Okay.
like, they are-
What about you bring up
Steve-
Garth? What about
Steve Dillon's the guy that did that did all the art for Preacher. So you're probably familiar if you've
What if
read-
they just did Preacher?
because Preacher is a story from start to finish, and you
Oh, it's
can't
already
make it a
finished.
story about
Yeah.
decisions. Where like the Punisher, Garth Ennis could write a new story about
That's
Frank,
Mhm.
But of course that's Marvel. And we all know
I don't know.
that
There's
would
a
be
lot of-
real good. That would be real good. I was trying to think if there was anything else. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Transformers would just kind of be fucking cool. Like, not in the movie sense, but more of a cartoony.
I like the idea of Battlestar Galactica. They could
Oh, yeah.
start
could
start
do it
from
there.
season 3 and redo it before the show turned to shit.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
right
loads
around.
of sci-fi ones that would be awesome, I think.
Which one?
And loads of sci-fi shows. Like,
Oh,
I would think
yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, but the animation style would probably not fit. I don't know whether they'd be able
Yeah.
to tackle that.
Yeah.
True.
Then you've got Andromeda, stuff like that.
Yep. So, Sam, thank you for your call. Good question.
Yeah, cheers.
Take
See ya.
care. Bye bye. Yeah, Preacher is amazing. In fact,
Yeah.
read that one before they put it on television. Even though I have some faith in them, there's some stuff they won't be able to do on TV. like say fuck a lot of times.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But it should be good. All right, I'll take another one here. Got area code 864 joining us on 8-Bits this morning. Hello, welcome to the show. What's up?
What's up, djWHEAT?
Hello.
Coltrane in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, Coltrane.
Gotta call you guys for a great show so far. Yeah, the take your sports hat off for a second here. You know, they didn't do a Madden demo, and so they made everyone buy EA Access to get early access to the game. And then a day before the game came out, they limited the gameplay to only 6 hours for those first 5 days. So if you're in there, if you're looking at the menu, you're eating time. So take your sports hat off for a minute and imagine yourself in WoW or Hearthstone or whatever.
Any game, right.
Yeah, any game.
So the question's why. Now you made a reference that in previous iterations it's been a 3-day early access pass and there's been no timer.
Yeah, they used to have this thing called season ticket, and that would give you 3 days early access. And so everyone was pumped because we got 2 more days to play our favorite EA games. And then they're like, no, you only get it for 6 hours. And when you log in, it lets you know your timer is running now. So
it seems dirty.
Insane for any game.
So if you hit your limit, does it just say, hey, you've hit your limit and you can play it in 3 days?
Yeah, you're done. I mean, you're in the middle of a passing play. Boom, you're done.
Wow, you don't even get a grace period to finish your play?
No, it's like, we'll see you on lunch day.
Jesus.
How much?
Thanks for your $30.
Are you paying extra?
Thanks for paying $30.
Or is this... Yeah, is this an extra...
$30 a year or $5 a month. And they give you vault games like Battlefield 4, Peggle 2, FIFA, and the old Madden. And then you get games like FIFA 15 5 days early, or any game that EA releases 5 days early. But for Madden, they announced that you can only have it for 6 hours. And let's remember, they didn't even release a demo. So they made everyone buy EA Access to get early, to even play a demo of the game.
It doesn't make...
And then it's like, you can only play it for 6 hours. I mean... That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I mean, some of it sounds good, right? I mean, to me, some of the vault stuff sounds okay, especially as long as the games stay in the vault and they don't take them out.
Yeah. That pricing never take them out, right?
Yeah, I mean that pricing doesn't seem unreasonable to me. Yeah, the early access stuff sounds a little bogus, but the vault in general, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but I can see some value there. I don't know.
The main value for most players, including me as a streamer, was, wow, I get to stream an awesome game like Madden 5 days early to help my viewers decide if they want to buy a game. But then you only get 6 hours of stream time, so it's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's
it's too bad. It's like if they had just, it's like they always got to do something to shoot themselves in the foot. You know, if they had just done what they're doing, but let Madden actually be, you know, playable with no strings attached, we would all love them, right? Or maybe not love them, but we would all say like, okay, that's acceptable. But they put it out there. They gave us a reason to hate them again. So, bravo, I guess.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that. Take your sports hat off. Any game, like, what is EA doing?
Yeah,
what are they doing?
I'm pissed. Like, I don't.
I mean, the other way to look at it, because I want to try to be fair to them, is I don't know why, but you know, there's not a lot of demos these days anymore. Anyway, I mean, the truth is, like, the fact that they're actually doing a demo puts them above a lot of games at this point at all. You don't see them as many. You know, there's a lot more of a shift towards early access in general. You know, ponying up money for a full game and less of like a free demo. I'm not saying they're gone completely, but you know, and I'm not trying to minimize the sort of lameness of this, but I don't know.
Putting a timer on the game when basically you put your Twitch hat on here as a streamer, you're advertising the game 5 days early.
Right.
Why limit? Why limit? You know, why limit us, right?
Well, that's the question. I mean, you got to wonder about the decision there. It's like, why do the one thing that's going to piss everybody off when you don't do that and everybody's happy? And you're probably not losing any money either by doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, like, is it a server issue? I mean, come on, it's EA. Of course, their servers are going to be bad. Just let us be bad for more than 6 hours, right?
Sure.
Well, I hope it doesn't come a trend. Yeah, thank you very much, Coltrane. You have a good one. Take care. I hope that definitely doesn't become a trend. Take another one here, rounding off the final calls. We got area code 727 joining us on 8-Bits. Hello, welcome to the show. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, there's a bit of a lag between Twitch, so I didn't know I got in.
Oh, yeah. You'll want to listen to us, not necessarily the stream. But what's up, man? How's it going?
All right. Well, I just have a brief question about time management, really, because you guys have been such a big influence on, just my entertainment over the past year or so. And basically what it is, I'm a university student doing research, taking a bunch of hard classes, maybe I only have 15 hours of free time a week, and I should really use it for stuff like, exercising and preparing my own food, but I also really enjoy your streams and such. And I was just wondering if you guys could offer just some quick, maybe 30-second advice, or if you have any way to relate, just because I respect, what you've done to build your careers and how you've come to enjoy your work.
That's actually a great question. I mean, time management.
I'm trying to think of 30 seconds on how
to. I mean, for one thing, time management is definitely a skill that you have to practice, and you have to be dedicated to sort of committing to your own processes and how you do things. Unfortunately, time management also comes with a lot of sacrifice, because that's basically what I do. I have a laundry list of things that I either want to do, need to do, or have to do. And, based off of what I have that day, some things might fall off. I might not get to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of times for me, playing is one of those things that goes away. So, I think that it's hard to, it's definitely a hard thing to answer. But like, crazily enough, there's a lot of, for me, ways to find like combining stuff. I know, like, it sounds crazy, but reading emails on a treadmill or on the elliptical, or watching shows on the elliptical, or like, that's kind of how I personally have to do it, is by combining a lot of stuff that normally I would do separately.
It's true.
What do you guys think? Time management's tough.
It's super tough. It's probably one of the hardest things about being an adult. You got to actually do stuff, and do stuff maybe you don't want to do. I don't have an elliptical. I wish I did, or a treadmill, and that's on my to-do list, is to buy one. But it definitely means that I have to force myself to go outside and go get exercise and do those things, because it's no joke. That shit's fucking important.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Someone just said, brush your teeth in the shower. Bam, saved you 3 years of your life.
It's true. It's things like that. I mean, they're life hacks at the end of the day.
Sure.
I'm also fortunate, and I'm sure Jeff can speak to this, and then JP, I want to hear your thoughts. But like, when you become a married unit, then things get a little bit easier, because you have someone, obviously, who can help you out. Of course, you are dedicating more time. But, fuck, if I didn't have my wife, my time management would be shit. That ends up helping a lot. I know that it's not a solution like, get a girlfriend or a wife, man. Like, obviously, like, your time management will go up.
You need another person to share it with. Get it immediately now.
Yeah. But I mean, in all seriousness, it does help. But JP, what do you think?
I guess my philosophy behind it all is, if there's someone else involved in something that you should be doing, get that done immediately. And then anything else that's just about you, put that on the back burner. This is really weird, but this is how I handle it. And then in terms of like how to delegate what you spend your time on, I always do like the easiest thing first and the hardest thing last. And that's just how I do it. It's worked for me, but it's probably not very sound advice for a lot of people out there. It's just what I do. I don't know.
I do appreciate the fact that you mentioned that you were looking for time to explore the content, because for me that's something that I wish I could watch more Twitch, but I can't necessarily watch all the shows and all the people I enjoy, so that's tough, and that's a part of the sacrifice, unfortunately for me.
I just always have the second monitor going. That's how I do
that too.
See, I've got 5, so maybe that's my secret.
Yeah.
I'm just always looking.
I just have Twitch going in the background, and so much of the time I'm actually just listening to it, which is sort of missing the point. But I can look over when I hear something interesting happening. We are living in an age where there's just way too much awesome entertainment and information to consume all the time. It's impossible to keep it up.
It really is. And Netflix basically said, fuck all of you.
Netflix made it 100 million times worse.
Yep. It's the #1 productivity killer in America these days. You've been warned. Don't go to netflix.com.
Caller, does that help?
Yeah,
Did
that
we
answers
offer any
everything
insight?
greatly.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and I do tend to have a little bit of an addictive personality, like I know a lot of people do, and it just makes it, that much more, I guess.
Yep.
Definitely, yeah. That's brutal.
Important to hear it from people I respect, so I want to say thank you, and I'm going to go jump on what I need to do right now. Take care.
Take care, man.
There you go.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, and I think a lot of gamers have an addictive personality. I mean, that's why a lot of the games we see today are popular. That's why microtransactions are something that weren't just a fart in the wind and are, dominating mobile games and all that stuff. But definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. All right, so that's probably it. Probably cut things off and start to do our wrap up here.
Yeah, I'm seeing if there's any last minute news that has come out, but I don't. Seems pretty. I think everything's kind of. Games are starting to come out pretty soon with Destiny kicking.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time very soon.
I'm really looking towards the fall. There's some big games coming out that I'm super stoked for, and also some games that I hope are sleeper hits, like The Crew. I hope that game is really good.
The one I'm completely rooting for to be as awesome as I think it is going to be is Mordor, Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah,
that's on a lot of people's lists.
I just want that to be as good as it looks. I hope it is, and then I hope if it is that it sells.
I hope. If the procedural sort of uniqueness of it all comes in, I'm on board.
Oh, that hits at the end of September. That's
soon, dude.
September's going to be a good month for games, man. Destiny, Shadow and Mordor. What else comes out?
Feels like this new gen or next gen, whatever, is finally kicking in.
Yeah.
In a really good way. I think we're gonna be happy, and it's gonna be great that we can just talk about great games and not have to worry about bullshit controversies and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Are either of you gonna play the Metro Redux last night? Jeez, that's the name of their other game. Metro next week.
Yeah, I like that series a lot.
I enjoyed. Was Last Light the second one? Whatever the most recent one was.
Yeah,
I think Last Light.
I really enjoyed it. Plus, it looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot with the graphics in that game and making you. I hate saying this, but making the atmosphere super believable and super invested in.
Oh, yeah.
Just by the way it looks and the way it sounds. Really enjoyed that game. I don't think there's anything else.
I'm excited for Wasteland 2.
Wasteland 2,
next September. Month. So I won't lie, I'm a little bummed that The Walking Dead's coming out 2 days before I leave for PAX, because I don't necessarily want to be under the gun to play it, but I probably will play it next Tuesday.
They have that on. Can you play that on a tablet? What? Do they have iOS?
But I mean, it's become tradition that I play it with my son, and so now it's it's one of those. It's that's the other thing about having once we find a series that we enjoy watching together, I don't watch it by myself. We watch it together. It's the same thing. If I played it without Mini-Wheat, he might disown me.
Oh shit! The Sims 4 comes out the 2nd of September, guys.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm not actually.
Hyrule Warriors on the 26th.
I might play that.
I
sadly might play that too.
It's intriguing.
FIFA 15 at the end of. Oh wow, Forza Horizon 2 comes out the 30th of September. I didn't know that.
Save me $60.
I'm totally into that, man. I'll be playing the shit out of that.
No way. No way.
Not for Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Wheat.
That one's gonna be awesome.
For that.
That one's gonna be awesome.
The Crew in October. I'm pretty excited for that. More racing. And that actually comes out the same day as Hotline Miami 2, which is gonna be awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That game kicked my ass.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Then Alien Isolation. Then that comes out the same day as Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh wow, I'm psyched for Alien. I mean, it's I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see if they can pull it off. The demo sure was awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can sustain it over however many hours it goes. That's the big question to me.
That's a big week, actually. Alien Isolation, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Drive Club all came out on the same day.
Wow.
And Drive Club is going to be like, it's basically being put out there to die at this point. Or they're just like rushing it out as much as possible. Yeah, a lot of Assassin's Creed Unity comes out this in October. Evil Within in October. Disney Fantasia, which I'll finally actually get to play a Kinect game. The only one ever coming out on the Xbox One.
So sad.
Oh my gosh.
What do we do with our Kinects after that game comes out?
I don't know. Do get free X-ray scans? Who knows? I don't know.
They're adding. Someone in chat just said this, but sorry, there's something. If you guys hear that, there's
I was
an ad playing. The Duck Hunt dog. They're adding to the new Smash.
What is a character?
Yes. Bowser Jr.
God damn it.
Shulk, Dark Pit.
How many characters?
There's going to be a lot, dude. There's going to be a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wow.
They should just rename that to fan service the game. Like,
I mean, isn't that what every Smash has been anyway?
Yeah, I guess so. This one seems more so than others.
Let's do our final thoughts and wrap. You want to kick us off, Jeff?
You put me on the spot there.
You know,
I don't have any
people
final
find
thoughts.
you? What are you going to be doing?
That stuff.
Like that
yeah,
stuff.
Well, you can find me at GreenSpeak on Twitter. Eventually, I'm going to stream again. I've been so busy with my real work, I haven't been able to. But I got my daughter redesigning my website for me now. I got a computer science major daughter.
Yeah.
So
nice.
she's going to redo my whole thing for me, and I'm going to put up archives of my old columns and stuff like that. She's helping me with all that.
That's awesome.
So that's coming up. I will see both you guys at PAX, as well as anybody watching or listening. I love that show so much, and I can't wait. I'm going to be in Iceland between now and then, weirdly enough. So if anybody watching or listening I've never been there. So if there's any Reykjavik people, watching or listening, say hi to me there, because that's far away from home, and I'm going to be scared.
JP?
Sorry, I got distracted. They just said that the next Hearthstone expansion is going to include around 100 cards.
Yep, 100 cards.
Bought via booster packs.
It was so funny because, I know quite a few folks from Blizzard. I was talking to someone, and I won't, I don't want to get them fired. I won't mention their name.
It was Dave, wasn't it?
But I was like, I mentioned, we were talking Hearthstone, and I was like, do you guys, you don't have to tell me, but do you have any official like thoughts on the expansion or when it's coming out? And he's like, oh, that's not coming out until later this year. And I'm like, Nax? He's like, oh, Nax. Yeah, so that we're still on track for summer. So I think it's coming faster even than we might it might be a holiday thing, which would be pretty amazing.
Yeah. They'd be hitting at the right point for them to make more money than every other day in the year. So
yeah, might as well.
That's kind of crazy. You're gonna see a bunch of booster packs for Hearthstone on the Christmas list. They need to sell little gift cards. That's what they need to sell. Walk into a Kroger and buy Blizzard points or some shit. Anyways, shout outs for me. I will be at PAX as well. I think all three of us are going to be there. So if you see us, make sure to stop and say hi. We'd love to meet you guys. even if we do look a little bit busy or whatever, if we're walking and just staring at the ground and maybe even cursing or talking to ourselves because we're all weird people, just pull us away and we won't bite. I promise.
Unless you want us to.
Unless you want it, then we will bite. Yeah, that's true. You let us know, bite or no bite, upon first meeting us. I think me and Wheat are on a panel together there on Sunday with Adam Coble and Nolan from Roll20. That's at noon. Is that right? I need to look up the time. I'll do a proper,
I know the
like,
time in
video on
Central, so I don't want to say it because it's like.
Yeah. I'll do a proper video on it and give everyone the details. I think we're gonna try. Either they're recording that for us. There will be some sort of recording of this, whether it's audio or video. I'll bring a camera, but I'm not gonna be able to like be on the panel and film it at the same time. So I don't know what that's gonna be, but we'll let you guys know when we know more. I'll be streaming later today, most likely. I think I'm gonna start at 5 o'clock Eastern. I need to go get some food, and then Sunday we've got R&D. I think that's at 8 Eastern. I really need to get better with these times. And then Monday we've got Solemn as well as at 8 Eastern, and I think that'll do it for roleplay shows until after PAX. And then I'll be streaming Monday through Thursday, and Friday, since I'll be traveling, I won't be here. But yeah, that's what I've got for the next week. And then of course no 8-bits next week.
Yeah, no 8-bits next week. We will be traveling, but as the other two hosts said, stop by, whether it's the Twitch booth or whether it's one of our panels. I'd love to chat with you and say hello. It's one of the reasons why these shows are so great. I've got Twitch Weekly in about 1 hour, so I see a lot of you folks are asking what's going on. Are there streams at PAX? That's one of the things we're going to cover in depth on Twitch Weekly. That's over at twitch.tv/Twitch, and it is in 1 hour. So if you want a more in-depth rundown on what's going on at PAX and all the streams, that'll be the place to check that out. I will definitely be streaming maybe some Go later, along with hopefully some scary games in the evening. And then tomorrow, probably taking it easy, just streaming various things. Of course, R&D on Sunday. And I can't wait to see you all next week at PAX. So thanks for joining us for another episode of 8-Bits. That's going to be it from us. We will see you next time, which will be after PAX. Hopefully we'll have a lot to talk about. But thanks for watching. We're out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
What?
The song didn't start playing, JP. I broke the ending. I broke the ending. It's we're done. We're done.
The whole show.
We're done. No, we're not going to redo the. Goodbye. Goodbye.